Tribunal judgment. Labour Party rejects presidential election petition court judgment. It says that justice was not served. Exactly. Because how, with all the evidences that Labour Party provided, with all the violence that took place on each of the polling units, especially in the southwest area and in Rivers State, you are seeing that all of those things are not, are not to be held. Why? And then you're coming to say that some of the witnesses that Labour Party provided are incompetent. So what is the reason for that? So with all of these, I think the tribunal judgment ended and justice was not served to Labour Party. So Labour Party has rejected the judgment and has started consultation with lawyers on the next step. The Labour Party has rejected the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Court upholding the declaration of Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress APC as winner of the February 25, 2023 election. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, made the party's position known in Abuja shortly after the court announced its decision. Ifo said the Labour Party watched with dismay and trepidation the dismissal of petitions by the 5-man panel of the Presidential Election Petition Court led by Justice Haruna Samani today, and we reject the outcome of the judgment in its entirety because justice wasn't served and it did not reflect the law and the desire of the people. Nigerians were witnesses to the electoral robbery that took place on February 25, 2023, which was globally condemned, but the tribunal in its wisdom refused to accept the obvious. Now, what is at stake is democracy, and we will not relent until the people will prevail. People's will prevail. So we salute the doggedness of our team of lawyers who fearlessly exposed the rot in our system. We can only weep for democracy in Nigeria, but we refuse to give up on Nigeria. Now, details of the party's position will be presented after consultation with our lawyers after the certified true copy of the judgment is released. We urge all lovers of democracy to remain focused and hopeful because a new Nigeria is possible. Wow. So what we're seeing here is that the Justice Haruna Samani panel, 5-man panel, has now also upheld the judgment, the declaration of Tinubu as the winner. With all the daylight robbery that took place, with the violence, with the injuries, with the maiming of people, with what MC Olomo did in Lagos, and with all the APC thugs, and then with all the Yorubas that said, if you are not voting for Tinubu, don't come out. And how was justice served with all of that? They didn't recognize all of that. Okay? They didn't recognize all of that. They saw all of that as generic evidence. So what is generic about it? That is the problem. You saw all the evidences that were made both on the videos, both on the televisions, both by humans, both pictures, everything, with all the polling units, with all the violence that took place, both even the one that took place in Edo State, in the Southeast, in Lagos, in Ogun State, especially in Port Harcourt, River State. And you are saying all of that are just generic complaints. What does that mean? So again, judiciary has failed Nigeria completely. Judiciary has failed Nigeria again. Judiciary has thrown Nigeria into a deeper confusion. Judiciary has proven that there's not like democracy in Nigeria. That is the gospel truth. If all of those evidences are termed as generic complaint, then there's a problem in the Nigerian system. It is completely rot. It is completely rotten and has nothing to write home about. Quite unfortunate. So Nigeria has become a country where evil will be prevailing over good in Nigeria. It is a country where integrity does not pay anymore. It's a country ruled by cabals. It's a country ruled by Escobars. Quite unfortunate. Really, really, really unfortunate. So the Labour Party had decided that they're consulting their team of lawyers and something is going to be done on this matter as soon as possible. And after consulting with their lawyers, they will make their positions fully known. Quite unfortunate, man. So some people are reacting here. I know that most people reacting are the Yorubas that are supporting APC and Tinubu and all of them. Somebody say Mumu Labour Party and Obi, no court, you go, you can win. Not in this planet. You are a noisemaker. Can you imagine? They're insulting. They're not insulting Obi. That is the problem I have. They think they're insulting Obi. They're not insulting Obi. They're insulting the intelligence of Nigerians. They're insulting Nigeria as a nation. Okay, this type of thing is what is bringing the army. When people cannot trust our court any longer. Exactly. Going to a court is peaceful. Is it not better and lawful? No. Forget about going to court in Nigeria. It doesn't make sense. Somebody is sorry for you. You people always talk as if you are the only Nigerians, which Nigerians are witness. I am ashamed of you people. Can you imagine? This again is another Yoruba bigot. That is it. Election money never finish. They won't justify spending. As expected, Alabuku, that is it. The military belongs to APC, so also the court and the judges. Nigeria has a culture of corruption. Nigeria is corruption personified. Exactly. From the toddler to the octogenarian, from the presidency to the lowest worker, we don't expect anything different. And I agree. Nigeria is bullshit. I know of those had declared Peter Obi, okay, there will be chaos everywhere already. We all know it is going to be a judgment as they wanted it to be, already scripted. God will see us through. And when somebody was saying that Fashola was seen, drafting the tribunal judgment, and his house was sealed off by the army, nobody goes out, nobody coming, and that was revealed. They said it was a lie, and they have just arrested somebody that said he peddled the message. But what have we seen now? We have justified the wickedness, we have justified the evil, we have justified everything that is not good for this country. Quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. Somebody said, I will never disgrace myself again by participating in a Nigerian election. I mean selection. Henceforth, if this madness called judgment is allowed to stand, unwise party that want to win presidential election, is it by imagination or friction? So the fact here remains that the country is in a mess. Nigeria is in a mess. It's quite unfortunate. It's really, really, really disappointing that Nigeria is in this kind of mess. Okay? So the result of the judgment now is that Tinubu is still the winner of the election. Based, what data did they use? That is the problem. Already INEC report has gone to write home about. Now they said 33%. At that 3% of collation, they were asked to declare the result of the election. So why now? Oh, this is bad. So after the whole election, you are using 33% of the result to know the winner. This is a bad country. Quite unfortunate. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment. Nigeria is sold. The conscience of Nigeria is sold into the covens, and into the covens.